So I was just watching the All the Smoke podcast. I follow Gillie and Wallo a lot. I'm from around the same area. Shout out Gillie and Wallo. Shout out All the Smoke, Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. Um, and I just noticed, psychologically, I know I'm gonna relate to a lot of the shit they say because I'm from the same area, Gillie and shit. But psychologically, on a mental level, I relate to a lot of the shit they say. And I'm going to tell a weird story just about my life. Just, fun fact, funny, weird rap story. And just also try and give a little bit of game like they do. Um, One, it's weird, when they talk about rap, they asked the question, and he said, what's one album you could listen to front to back without skipping? And I've heard this answer a few times. And I just, I fuck around and rap a little bit, but I just noticed a connection of the same kind of thinking patterns. When I was a young boy, I'm like 27 now, tomorrow, as of tonight, 12 o'clock. Is it 12 o'clock? Probably right about now. I'm 27 years old. Happy birthday, right? But, so I'm at work, right? I'm just chilling. I do security. But, so, he goes, yeah, one of the ones, when I was a kid, one of the first CDs, when I walked into Best Buy, I've never bought a CD in my life, really. I've gotten CDs bought for me, like 50 Cent, maybe Eminem, the usual shit. Them Franchise Boys was my shit. My parents bought me that back in the day. That was my shit. If you ride rims, you gotta ride flats, Bitch, I'm sitting hot, riding on LeBron back, it's 23, yeah, that was that shit. But, so the first tape that I ever bought, I went into the Best Buy, right? I was probably like 16 when I got my license or whatever. And the first tape, I'm looking at all these, and it's like an alright selection, and I'm just like, man, what's something that just I would fuck with that maybe got decent beats and someone I like that I know could rap. And so here, the first tape I ever bought, purchased with my own money, and this CD, mind you, was out for probably almost 25 years at the time, was Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt. And I just so happened to play it all the way through. And I noticed myself when I first listened to it, every song knocks. Every song goes hard as shit. All songs got lyrics. All songs have substance behind it, at least a little bit to it, you know what I mean? And that's what they just asked them. And I've heard this question before on a couple podcasts. I just don't remember off the top of my head the example. By the way, we smoking up some sour diesel right now from Rhythm. The best fucking weed you can get. That and the sour blueberry by Prime. But so yeah, and he said Gillie goes Reasonable Doubt. It's one of the ones I could listen to all day long. It just seems like there's a connection between people that like to rap or are of a certain, I guess you say, mental level of intelligence, common sense wise, or whatever it may be, street wise. You don't have to be the biggest drug dealer to understand the streets and shit like that. You just have to have common sense and know how people work. And if you sell a little bit of weed, if you sell an ounce of weed or whatever, and you break it down into dimes and this and that, you know how to trap. I mean, it doesn't get any more complex than simple math. You know what I mean? You just gotta fucking learn division. You're just dealing with bigger pieces of the pie when you're a bigger, fish. That's all it is. It's still the same math. You break it down this, you could double this, you could cut that, you know what I mean? Shit like that. But, so that's where all that kind of thinking comes from. Because you kind of, when you do that kind of shit, even from a young age, we started selling whatever at 13, 14, popping perks at 15. Now I'm done. I'm off. I got myself clean. Y'all are on the fucking back end. Y'all are popping fentanyl. We were doing real 30s, real oxycodone hydrochloride. Y'all don't know what the fuck that is. Y'all know what fentanyl is, especially because that's all you hear in the raps these days. I originated talking about popping perks and drugs and all that shit. Then I just never put nothing out. All these people I'm like, I'm not going to do that shit. Then when you realize how stupid it is, you're like, fuck that. I can't promote something like that. Like, of course you listen to the shit like that, and that's cool, but you got to know how to decipher the difference. You know what I mean? You got to know, like, that shit's just, they're not doing that shit every day. And if they are, they're junkies, bro. You're a rich junkie. That's all you are. You know what I mean? You're no better than a trust fund kid that's fucking doing dope or something. And that's another thing. You know, me personally, I never dabble with a bunch of other drugs. I just like what I like. I never tried heroin. But y'all motherfuckers is just fearless, dog. Y'all will do anything. You guys will fucking drink Clorox or some shit. Eat Tide Pods. Who the fuck does something like that? I never ever thought of doing nothing like that. And I've been playing Grand Theft Auto since it was GTA 3, man. I used to have to fucking sneak it from my dad. My mom would let me play it, and I was probably 4 or 5 years old. I'd have to sneak it and take it down from the fucking china cabinet, and then she would tell me when he was home, and I'd have to run and put it back. And I was doing the shit they do in the game. I ain't never thought about doing no shit like that in real life. I mean, maybe I thought about it or whatever, but I'm not stupid. I know right and wrong. You gotta be a God-fearing man these days, man, or else you ain't gonna have no substance in your life. And you'll never be able to do what you want and what you're supposed to at the same time. Always remember that. You ain't gonna be able to party and fucking have money at the same time. Don't believe these people, what they're selling you. All that bullshit through the songs, da-da-da. Just get a job, go to work every day, save your bread, and you'll have much more than anybody else. Concentrate on doing something good for the fucking world. Make something, invent something. Think of a new technology. It's not that hard. I have a couple ideas, but like Wallo said too, we're waiting for approval to live. And I thought about that. I had a conversation about that with someone earlier. Like I donated some money, or, you know, if you're nice to someone and you talk to them and maybe like a, you know, like a little girly voice or something like that, like, oh, sweetie, something, whatever. And people look at that and they be like, fucking weirdo, or faggot, or he a pussy, or da-da-da. Or that's weird, or that's random, or da-da-da. Just because you want to do something nice and be a nice person don't mean it's weird or random. Matter of fact, most of the people that do that kind of shit are probably tougher than you pussies that think you aren't. You're too tough to fucking donate some money to a kid that's got cancer. You're too tough to don't do some fuck shit when you know it's wrong. But you gotta go through with it because your homies are pressuring you. Nah, I've never been me. But for real, we're waiting on approval to live. Even making this video. I never wanted to do shit like this. Nah, that's corny. Yeah, I'll never make it. I don't even care if I make it, make money, do this, that. This is just what I want to do. I'll be by myself most of the time. What the fuck else am I gonna do? I always wanted to make some type of change in the world. I always wanted to affect at least one person and get them to think differently. Hopefully they think better than I do. Hopefully they didn't do the dumb shit I did. Hove did that, so hopefully you won't have to go through that. But you know what I mean? It's fucked up. It is what it is sometimes. So, if y'all haven't seen them, check them out. Try and get into this weed reviews too, man. I mean, this shit, best weed I ever had. I don't drink, I don't do nothing like that. But this sour diesel by Rhythm is just incredible. Y'all talk about gas? This shit tastes like you're huffing on a tailpipe. I love it. I just love the smell of it. And you know what I noticed? For some reason, when you light a cigarette, you smell it 10 times more for some reason. I could just sniff the smell of this shit the whole day. Another little thing about me I'm going to share. You know, like I said, I used to do the perks heavy. I got myself off that shit. I didn't get in trouble. I wasn't forced to. My lighter. And I wasn't forced to do it. I did it because I wanted to do it. We grew up getting money, not getting high. And that shit ain't cool. And it seems to be that everybody wants to do that these days. Like, that's the cool thing. Shit, you play your cards right and just sell that shit. Don't do it. You'll have 3 houses by the time you're my age and 6 cars. I'm not telling you don't get money. Shit. We all do what we do. You know what I mean? But save that shit. Don't spend it. Don't blow it. Believe me. From experience, I'm not going to get into all that. But that's one thing you can trust me on. Any money I ever got went. Believe me. And it don't feel good at the end of the night. You regret it every single night. If you don't got no guilt getting high, then you're something else. You got the devil in you or something. You need help. For real. But, you know. Check these bowls out. These things cool as shit too. Look, you can fucking bend it. Rubber. It's got a little glass insert. You know what I mean? So if it breaks, that's the only thing you gotta fuck. $10. That's it. I mean, $20. Shit, you want them buy 'em? Hit me up. I got you. Send them to you. Send me your address. I got you. I ain't no scam. Oh my god, that shit tastes so fucking good. But yeah, tap in. Link in with me. I ain't opposed to talking back. I'm not no asshole. I'm not gonna be a dickhead. Not gonna be a dickhead for no reason to nobody. I'm not gonna. If you're here to talk shit, you're gonna post some whack ass comment trying to play somebody or some stupid shit like that. Get the fuck out of here. Straight up. Don't even come on here. Alright? So, I'm gonna get back to work, which is literally just this. But hopefully, you know, make this you know what I mean, daily thing.